It's taken a few days, but finally got it over the line, and I'm really happy to lend my experience to the group.
Tell us about Danny. We spoke to him earlier. He says that you met on the international stage with Germany and England respectively.
Yeah, a few times actually. But he's a young coach who wants to improve the team, improve himself, and I really like the way he goes about his work. And I think he can make a real good mark here. I think got to be patient with him. It's his first time as a head coach, but he's been over here before a short while at Southampton, and hopefully I can just help him and his staff sort of just assimilate and get used to the way it is in the Championships. It's a very demanding league, but I'm pleased to come and help and lend my experience to Danny, his team, and more importantly, the football club.
As you say, you do have a wealth of experience in managerial roles as well as coaching. It's going to be invaluable for Danny, that, isn't it, in his first managerial job?
You mean I've been around a long time? That's what you're trying to say? Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I've managed. I've been an assistant manager. I've been on the international stage, and I've learnt as well from years ago. I wish I knew the things I know now. But that's what happens. You go through different experiences, some good, some not so good, but you pick yourself up and you go again. I think we, as a football club now, me getting used to the fabric of Sheffield Wednesday is, we've got to understand that we've got a long road ahead of us, but it needs everyone. We've got to pick up the players and give them the confidence to go and play. There's some good players here, and for whatever reason, it hasn't worked so far, but I've seen enough in the training. I popped along on Monday, and now I'm here today, which I know there's enough there to get us in a better position, but still we're going to have our ups and downs. That's part of the journey, but we've got people here who demand of each other. I'll demand of not only myself but staff, and more importantly the players, and I think we can work in a way that is beneficial for the football club.
You mentioned you've been here a few days now. How have you found the first few days with the coaches? Obviously the 21s lads have been in helping as well, and the dressing room itself. How have you found it?
Yeah, well, I popped along on Monday unofficially, and I found them really receptive. It's always hard. I've been a player. It's always hard when someone new comes in. You think, am I going to play? Am I not going to play? But I think what you've got to do is give your all. Just give your all, and it's a funny way how football can work out. That all of a sudden a different voice, or you're playing in a position you've always wanted to play in, or you just make a little tactical sort of change to the way the team's set up, can help them. And obviously, confidence is where it's at. But ultimately, what you've got to do on game day is give your all for the fans. I know how brilliant they are. I'm sure there's one or two that remember me jumping on the crossbar many years ago, so I've got to apologise for that right now. But it's now time for everyone to try and galvanise the football club, try and galvanise each other, and there's a good group here, and I just hope that they perform to their abilities. They get the support, I know that. Not only from the staff, but definitely the fans, and we've got to give them something. We really have. It's a release for a lot of people this Saturday to see their team, and I know that it hasn't been the greatest so far, but we have enough to pick each other up and do better in what is a real demanding and challenging league.
One of the things Danny mentioned as well as your expertise as a coach, obviously you can provide that link between the coaches in the dressing room. Obviously, as been a player in England yourself, and obviously the culture of England and being a manager in this country.
I think that's sort of the main reason. I'm not in the early stages of my career, so I've seen dressing rooms, I've seen players. I've had discussions with one or two already, and I'll continue to do that. But yeah, Danny wants to coach. He's young, he's enthusiastic, he brings a lot of energy. He's, I really like him. I really like the way he works. Already, what I've seen from him with regards to meetings and out on the pitch, doesn't need me out there. You know, he's very good. He's very, very good. But ultimately, you know, he understands that it's a different environment, it's different surroundings, but football is football. You know, and ultimately these guys played the game for a number of years, had success relatively recently, and we've got to try and jump on that again. So, you know, he's got some really good staff, interesting guys, and we're getting to know each other, we're getting to know the players, but Championship doesn't give you much time. You know, it's relentless, and that's one thing I said to Dan, that, you know, you can't dwell too much on too many games, because all of a sudden you're at Plymouth away, and all of a sudden you're at home, you know, and it's just going to keep coming, but we'll be ready. What we've got to do is, you know, perform. You know, ultimately, yeah, the 11 that go out have to do it, but it's not only about them. You know, it's about the guys on the bench, supporting them. It's about them making their mark when they get on. It's about the boys that sometimes don't make the squad. You know, sometimes they're the important guys that, you know, we've got no time for that now. You know, that's done. You know, you've got to pick yourself up. You've got to wear the blue and white shirt with pride. You've got to go out there and perform, you know. And is there pressure? Of course there is. There's positive pressure. But small steps. You know, we've got to perform. Got to get the first win as soon as we can. And that will just provide us with a springboard to go on from there. So, yeah, we understand the position we're in, but actually, you know, I think there's targets there for us to, you know, aim for and achieve, and I really hope we do that.
And you mentioned, just finally, you mentioned the fan base as well, and how much you're looking forward to getting into the games, and obviously going to Hillsborough as well. No doubt you've got plenty of experience of that crowd there.
I wish I was playing, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, those days are long gone, but wow. Yeah, I've come here many a time as a player, and also as a manager. Yeah, it always kind of surprises me. It shouldn't. It always does, you know, because it just seems as if there's more people every time I come. So now, you know, we know they're always going to come. They're proud of their team, they're proud of the city, or the blue half anyway. But, you know, we understand that we've got a big job on our hands, but we're here to do it, absolutely, and that's why I'm here.